Oh yeah, absolutely. Great city. Enjoy living here after playing here a year, working here as a coach for 5 years. 6 wonderful years here in the city. The Southern hospitality is at the top of the list out of any place I've ever been. The food, the quality of life, it's a beautiful place, and we had great years here when we were here. So all of the above makes it a special place to return to.
Turn to the game, and do you have an idea about Lonnie Walker before he'll be able to go?
Yeah, he's going to go up to his pregame routine, and then we'll reassess him then and see if he's able to get out there for tip-off.
And I suppose regardless if he does, just thinking in the context of getting Juan back, Troy playing well, do you have the opportunity to maybe mix in some of like those two forwards with some of the guard lineups without affecting the starting lineup, or have you thought about that as well?
I mean, my staff and I, we looked at all different types of combinations and lineups. Just again trying to take it day by day and make the best possible choice. And while not having it be like a knee-jerk reaction type of thing, like I don't want to be in a space where we're rotating guys in and out every game, every couple of 3 games. Like that's not fair to our guys, and it really prevents us from having any inkling of consistency. So we'll continue to look at the numbers, look at who's playing well, and how we can just best get the right combinations on the floor during the course of the game. So big.
Oh, okay. Dan has the mic.
I'll pass.
Thank you. How do you shoulder the responsibility of shepherding this stage of LeBron James' career with winning basketball? He shared with us post-game Miami that, listen, he could play for a long time, but he doesn't want to just play basketball. He's at a stage where he knows what it's like to win, he knows how to win, he just needs the right pieces around him. So how does that part of the equation fall on your shoulders?
Again, just providing a system and a way of doing things that one is going to translate to success on the court, and two is going to translate to success in terms of keeping guys healthy and available, and communication. It's I think it's now within sports there's very little dictatorship styles of coaching. I mean, now in this current day you have to be interactive with your players, and communication has to be clear, it has to be consistent, and that's been the case between he and I, and whether it's me or some of my assistant coaches, Phil, CJ. Like we try to make sure we're communicating with our guys and really taking in the feedback, not talking at them, but having real conversations, two-way conversations. So, and you plug in our medical staff along that line, and try to come up with the best possible plan. And team, whatever roster, some things you just can't control, and the biggest thing is to stay consistent with how you want your workload, what you want your workload to look like. Again, on and off the court, and we lost some tough games, and we've been shaky in different areas, turning the ball over, defensive rebounding. But at the end of the day, I think he's seen what this system can be, and he's seen a staff that's trying to consistently push the needle and push the envelope in terms of really, submerging the guys into what we want to do as a team, and not make it about cater to each and every individual, but just more so a mentality, a style of play within our principles.
Darvin, he's obviously LeBron, has seen and done so much, and his expectations are incredibly high because of the standard he's set. How have you seen him interact with guys that really struggling to get to that level, or in terms of consistency and stuff like that? And he's going to do it here now for a couple of years. Have you seen his patience kind of?
I think he's been extremely patient. You've seen him become more vocal, and he's trying to both encourage guys, but also hold guys accountable, as we all are. And just for the record, like, you have coaches on our staff that won championships at this level, playing, coaching, both. And so we're not satisfied with this either, but we also keep it in perspective that it's a day-by-day job, and we have to maximize each day and each opportunity we can to get better. And that message is also carried out by Brian in that locker room. He's not the only one, but again, just have to, you know, go at it with a clear mind and be consistent, but also know that, you know, we have to hold ourselves accountable. We need to be training in the right direction and making progress and really pinpointing those short-term goals of being as consistent as possible by each game we get to play. And I think the big picture, when it's all said and done, I think we'll be in position to really take a leap at some point.
Switching the discourse a little bit, how's AD? What's he able to do right now with the group? Is it beyond the iPad? And then just as a guy who's been through this process, AD, a couple times, what do you see about his sort of mental approach when you know he's coming back from one of these things that has this interminable timeline?
Well, he's doing great. I will say this. I can't get into too much detail, but he's trending in the right direction. Everything he's being asked to do, he's done and continues to do. We all feel comfortable starting with our medical staff. The way he's trending, his pain levels are all the way down, not to zero yet, but down significantly. And you know, he has it's a week by week process that they're slowly going to reintegrate him into you know, getting closer and closer to being back on the floor. But it takes time. We don't want to, you know, put the wagon in front of the horse, so to speak, and we just want to be diligent and day by day, and the daily check-ins with him. And the biggest thing is his pain is really almost just about dissipated, and so then you start the process of controlled workouts, controlled lifting, and just keep stacking as you go along. But it's trending in the right direction.
Is kind of with LeBron turning 38 today, in your time coaching him, has there been a thing that he's done where you're like, oh my God, an old guy shouldn't be able to do that more than any other? Is there like one play or moment or energy level that pops you where it's like, oh my God, like I can't believe he's done this for 20 years?
Man, I think it's been several games ago, but I think he had a play where he blocked the shot and then went down the other end and dunked the ball. Like, and just being there, just the way he gets up and down the floor and still playing above the rim at a high level, defending above the rim. Man, amazing, but not surprising, as I always say. When you see the way he prepares, the way he takes care of his body, the way the work he puts into his body, the different stretch methods, the recovery, all of that, it's, you know, he's in pristine condition, and he has a focus to where if he's going to be available, he's just not going to be out there. He's going to be a factor as he's always been.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep.